ass, my Mary Jane. So I had to delete that because I know that haters would be like, "We got her." Y'all back with me? Y'all back with me? Let's give y'all a few more minutes to get up in here. Let me refill my sweet tea here. Why did I just hear something? I swear I thought I heard something buzzing just now. We're back. I had to delete that because I know the haters watching. And they would have saw me. I accidentally showed my little Mary Jane. And I know they would have been like, "We finally got her! We finally got her! Let's report." I'm running low on my syrup. I gotta get some more. I said, damn, I used the whole bottle already? Well, we finally got her. Let's report her. Get her out of here. Yeah. Pathetic. 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 No, not this time. Not anytime, hater. Not anytime. Yeah, because they looking. Because you know what it is? Some of them, they don't like the fact that I'm better than them. They don't like that. They don't like it. I'm better than them. And I don't mean that in a way where I'm like actually better. I don't mean it like that. I mean it like I read better than you. They don't like that. Because they feel like, you said, "Are you down for a Frappuccino?" See, I've been taking a break from the Frappuccinos. That's why I've been drinking the black tea lemonade. Because the Frappuccinos be that extra sugar. You know what I'm saying? Why I keep feeling like seeing something? Yeah, but that's how they are. And y'all too. Y'all do the same thing with the haters y'all got in y'all life. Because I know y'all got some too. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing. Let them starve out there. Because they want to take you down so bad in whatever way. So if you got a demon on your job, they trying to get you with you being late. You make sure your ass is on time. You early to work every day. Good morning. Early. 15 minutes early. Hit that hater where it hurt. Because the minute you come late, they can go and report you and try to get you to lose your job. I'm just giving you an example. So you make sure you know that hater. You keep your foot on their neck. And you make sure you at work 15 minutes earlier. Good morning, everybody. That's how you get them. Your neighbor want to try to report you. Da 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 da. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing to report. Like my neighbors tried to start with me. Yeah, they don't want nobody black there. Yeah, that's when I had first started. See, now I know. Ancestors is here too, because I see the ravens and the crows. They always come by my car. I always see them. They always let me know they present. Y'all pay attention to the birds. That be the ancestors, for real. Especially ravens and crows. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they tried, yeah. I'm like, damn, I'm like, that's somebody that's watching me hard. I don't know who that is. Yeah, because I know, because they even have reported something. I had smoked. I think I had went away that day. Yeah, I was going out of town and I was smoking in the car before the Uber came to get me. In the car. In the car. And I mind you, this was maybe like late at night. Late at night. The next day, they sent out an email for the community. Oh, this is a reminder, there's no smoking of, Mary Jane on the property. I'm like, yo, who was that? And I'm in my car. You know what I mean? So, like, that's somebody that's been watching me. And I don't know what demon that is. So, you know how you fix that demon? I'm not going to smoke there anymore. And that's it. I'm not going to give you no ammo, because you want ammo to try to have some type of something to have so you can attack me. I'm not going to give it to you, because I know you're watching. And that goes for y'all too. Don't give them no ammo. Follow all the rules. You know what I mean? You said, yeah, new manager and bakery tried to talk down on me because I used to be in her spot. So she's trying to get me out. She feels threatened because everyone likes me better. Don't you just love these types? You see? It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's always a demon. That's one thing I say. Working on all the jobs I worked on, I can guarantee you are always going to have at least one demon on that job. Every single job I've been on, there's been at least one demon. At least. And you lucky if it's just one. Call that a blessing. There is always at least one demon on the job. Every single job I've had since I was 15 years old. Caroline said sometimes it's a lot. Exactly. That's why I said exactly, Caroline. That's why I said you lucky if it's only one. You're lucky. Because I done been with 4, 5, 6 of them. Yeah. And imagine you there and you're the light and you got all these demons around you. You know they're coming for you in every way. One time I remember it was this group. Oh man, these girls, they wanted me out so bad. They was making up all types of stuff. All types of stuff about me. They sat me down in a meeting and they had a whole list of stuff to go over. I'm like, what the? I'm like, yo, are you serious? I thought it was a joke. I was laughing. Thought it was a joke. Yeah, they had a list. Yeah. And you said this about doctor. You said Dr. So-and-so got a bottle of something under their dresser. I said, what? I mean, under their desk. I laughed. I said, I never even heard of that before. They made up all types of, they sent they had a pages of stuff. Yeah. Then they tried to have me sit down and sign something, and I walked out. That was the last time they saw me. I was gone. Yeah, I'm not staying with that. They got their wish. With some demons, it's like, it's not even worth it. You know what I mean? Y'all want me to fight you over this job? Come on. Receptionist job. Getting up mad early to come here. I don't like y'all. Not getting paid all that anyway. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta sometimes you just gotta walk out. I'm sorry. No, y'all can have this shit. Like, and I bet they're still there. Wreaking havoc. Yeah. It's not worth it. That's what they want. They want you to stay so they can make your life a living hell and bully you and talk down about you and make up lies and make you feel uncomfortable. And yeah, that's what they want. No, bye. They wasn't expecting that. I was gone. I was gone. Only thing they saw was my big black ass walking out that front door. That was it. Switching right out with my Louis. Bye-bye. That's the last thing they saw. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna stay here. There's too many demons there. I mean, everybody turned into a demon. It's like, yeah, I'm like way outnumbered. They got rid of all the good people. I'm like, nah. Yeah, she gone right. Smoke was coming from my feet. I was happy to go home that day. I had just came back from vacation too, and that's another reason why they was mad. I went to All-Star weekend. I don't even know where I went. I don't even know where it was All-Star that year. But I went to I think it was in Charlotte. I think it was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yep. And that's where, my family's out there. So I was like, oh, they having it out there this year. It's a wrap. So they was mad. I took off for like a week. They was mad. Yeah. So I came back to that. So I was happy to leave. Yeah, I was happy to leave. I came back from vacation to that. She gone. Right. Bye-bye. Y'all can kiss my ass. It's always a breath of fresh air when you leave a toxic environment. It was. That's what I'm saying. It was. And thank God, I was good financially. You know what I mean? I don't even know how I was good. I don't know if I had money saved. Because my mom, I was living by myself. Because I remember I was seeing the Gemini guy. I told y'all about him. I don't know. I don't know how I had money. I'm trying to think like, I don't even know. I think maybe I had some money saved. I don't know. I just know I was out of there. That was it. Man, I got another job quickly. But yeah, you're not going to abuse me. You're not going to abuse me. You're not going to keep making up lies on me. See, they want to make you go crazy. They want to ask, what I tell you the devil wants? Your mind. The devil wants your mind, right? So if they can make you go crazy, keep you there and keep making up this stuff to get to the point where you like, damn, did I do that? Because it's like they throwing all these accusations at you and you're like, am I crazy? Like, do I have another personality where you're not? No, of course not. Hell no. It's them. Just lying on you. Lying. I've had people lying on me my whole life, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all can attest to this too. Lie my whole life. You're right. Debo said, once they get your mind, nothing else matters. That's it. My whole life. Lie. Lie. Like, really? I remember one time, I thought about this the other day. Because it came up in a reading, and I was like, yo, I forgot about this. It was this NBA dude I was talking to, right? I'm not going to say his name, right? But he spazzed on me, right? Somebody made up some crazy lie to him about me. Like, I couldn't believe it, about in Vegas and everything. And he really believed that person. And I don't know who told him that. Now I think about it, I think I do know exactly who told him that. Thank you, God. I know who told him that. But he believed that person and he cut me off. He cursed me out on that phone. I'm like, and it was some crazy lie, I swear to y'all. That was not true. Yeah. He got me told on that phone. And I'm like, for something I didn't even do. Yeah, he broke up with me for that. Yeah. Yeah, I know who did that. I know who told him that. And I swear to you, that was not true. I wasn't even in Vegas with what, I'm not going to say what, he said or whatever, but I wasn't even there. That's the crazy thing. Like, so this person blatantly just told some outrageous story about me so that way he would stop talking to me, so he wouldn't date me, so he wouldn't deal with me no more. I've had that happen so many times. You know, I have a warlock ex who like goes around and like literally bad mouths me to other people that he thinks are interested in me to keep them away from me. Yeah, and they'll listen to him because of who he knows. You know what I mean? Who he's affiliated with, because of his image. They'll listen to him. But that is starting to fade now because people can see that that person is a psychopath. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. I've had that happen so many times. And it's like, who who has the time to do that? Other things they say, oh, do not talk to her. She's going to use you for your money. Yep. She just wants to copy you, wants to be you. Yep. Can you smoke on YouTube Live? I'm smoking a hookah. But you're right, Caroline. That is true. They'll lie about everything. I had every single lie thrown at me. Everything you can think of. Everything you can think of. Crazy. My sister and I were just talking about them types of hating dudes that be doing that because you don't want them. But I blame the idiots who be believing everything they hear. I mean, it's like, say for instance, it depends though. Because let's say for instance, like, say you're in a sorority. You're in a sorority, right? And you start talking to this guy. And then somebody from your own sorority is like, don't talk to him, da 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 da, he's crazy, you know, you know, da 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 da, like just making up all types of stuff. Most 9 times out of 10, the person in the sorority, they're gonna go with their sorority sister. They're gonna trust that because they're in that sorority together, they're in that group together, they're a part of that pack. You get what I'm saying? If it's just some random person off the street coming up to you like, oh, girl, stay away from Jamal, girl, that's different. I'm like, bitch, I don't know you. You could be anybody. We almost share astrology charts based on what you said, and we are meant to deadass go through so much and break through for better things. Yeah, you think so? But, yeah, so... Yeah, I thought about that the other day. I completely forgot about that. I was like, yo. But I don't want to be with him anyway. Like, his life is a mess now. And I think he might still be playing. Because this was a while ago. I think he might still be playing. Let me look it up. Where my other phone at? Hold on, y'all. I'm about to look it up. Hold on. Put it down right here. Greetings from Atlanta. Hey. Let me see something. I want to see his birthday. I want to see his sign. He is a January 19th. Is that Aquarius or Libra? Not Libra. Or is that Capricorn? I don't know. Does he still play? Oh my God, he's a 3-time champion. I didn't even know that. Does he still play? I think he's still playing. Yeah, he's still playing. Oh, he got 3 rings. I did not know that. Yeah. Capricorn. Oh, yeah. No wonder he talked to me like a father. I was like, I felt like I was getting scolded from my father. I'm like, wow. Okay. No wonder he talked to me like he's my father. All right, I mean, you just not the one. Like, I wasn't hurt. Because I never was like, I wasn't in love with him or nothing like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I was in love, that would have hurt. You know, I would have tried to fight for it, you know, but I wasn't in love with him. So I was just like, all right. Like, I told you it's not true. So you believe what you want to believe. What she said? What Caroline said, I most definitely don't want to date anybody that believes other people. That means they can't think for themselves. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not a he's not a chosen one. He's not a chosen one. So therefore, it's good it didn't work out. Because his life's still a mess. I don't care how many rings he got. He's still not attractive. He's still a flop. You got them rings, but you wasn't playing in the games. You got the rings because you was on the bench. I'm keeping it real. You didn't, I mean, yeah, you still got them, but that's like you robbed a bank. Like, it was like people that robbed a bank and you didn't even go, but you got your cut of the money. You wasn't there in the bank. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. You wasn't there in the bank with us. You ain't go through that, and that's the hardest part. You wasn't even in the bank. You was at home. So let's talk about it. I'm keeping it real. You didn't have, did you score any points? I'm talking mad shit, but I'm keeping it real. Come on, cause I know I know I ain't never seen his face up there for no championship. So I know if he got, that's why I was like 3 rings. 3 rings? What? How? You got those rings on the bench. I'm keeping it real. That don't count. You didn't play the game. You wasn't in there. Man. Don't make me look up his points. Don't make me look up how many points he scored, because I know it's going to say 0. You got lucky. Keeping it real. I don't care. But yeah, cursed me out. I said, wow. But you know what? It worked out. Because he all big and yellow and ugly looking. Yeah, you're supposed to improve with age. You're not supposed to start looking ugly. Not look up to his average. Right, now, I bet you. Y'all want to bet money? I bet you. If he had any point in any of them games, I bet you it probably was like 1 point or something. From a free throw, and he probably missed one, and that's why he got 1 point. I'm talking mad shit. I'm talking mad shit. Nah, because now y'all got me thinking, like, y'all right. Like, that was wrong. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good. You said 4 points. That's what I'm saying. He ain't scoring no shit. Not like you was Steph Curry out here. He's like, all right, he earned that ring. You earned that. You earned that. You know Steph had about 30 points a game. You know that. You know that. You know that was earned. Not you sitting on a damn bench. But anyway, yeah, I had thought about that. I'm like, yeah. But it's been a lot of situations like that. But it's okay. Those are not the one. And that's okay. Because God will remove people from your life. God don't want you to waste time. He probably is a demon anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about his personal life. I know he got a baby mother. But typical. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm sure it hasn't been, nah. You said I'm screaming. I'm talking shit. I don't care. Like, I'm being honest with you. But like I said, they did that, but it's okay because the right one would be the right one. You know what I mean? Like, the right one, and that's for y'all too. The right one, ain't nobody gonna run him off or, you know what I mean? Because that's not loyal. You know? So, it's not loyal. And I don't want nobody like that, like y'all said. Like, I don't want nobody like that. Like, oh, so somebody could just say something to you. I don't care about no group, none of that. But I'm just saying, like, God just showed me this guy's true colors, and I thought he would be different. Uh-oh, what happened? What you saw? Yeah, God gonna show you. Especially when you pray and ask him. God gonna show you like that. Real quick. Doop. God will show you so quick, you be like, damn. You really be like, damn. Like, wow. Yeah. But you need to know. That's why I said people be like, oh, you not married yet. You ain't got a man. You ain't got a girl. Da-da-da. Woo, da-da-da. In this world, yeah, because it takes time. Especially if you were chosen one, you got to go through a lot. You got to go through a lot before you get with, because God is blessing you with true love. Because you got to think, you're getting true love. Now, people talk about a relationship, being married. People have that every day. That doesn't mean that they have true love because they're in a relationship or they're married. I'm talking about true, real love from God. That takes time because you have to go through some challenges before you get to the level where you're able to receive that. You're gonna have to go through some things. You're gonna have to go through some things. So it's gonna take you some time. It's not gonna be just overnight. It ain't. Not the chosen one. Maybe if you in a regular boring relationship or a normal one, but if you're a chosen one, you're not supposed to have a normal relationship. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're a chosen one, your person is gonna be one too. That's it. So think about everything you've had to go through. And that person that's for you, trust me, they going through the same types of stuff. That's why they can't say, oh, you're not married yet. Oh, you ain't got a man, you got a girl yet. No, if I wanted a fake relationship, I could have had that years ago. That's nothing to get. I want real love. That takes time. Anybody come at you and say that, you say that to them, you're going to blow their mind with that because they're not ready for that answer. They want you to say, oh, yeah, I'm so lonely. Oh, I have nobody. Yeah, I know. No, you hit them with that. I want real love. If I wanted a fake relationship, I would have been married. Tell them just like that. Could have been had that. An unhappy relationship. That's all over. I don't want that. You don't want that. You want the real thing, and that takes time because you have to heal. And healing is something that's a process. It takes a long time. I've learned it. Because I look back on years ago, I'm like, yeah, I thought I was healed then. And so much has happened between then and now that I'm like, wow, I was not healed at all. Like I thought, you know what I mean? I thought I was like, oh yeah, I'm healed, bitch. I got this. I'm here. I'm that. No. Because I see the elevation from them years ago to now. It takes time. Some rather that than be alone. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's exactly. Who said that? Jay Mena? Exactly. That's the thing. They don't want to be alone. So I'd rather just have somebody than be alone and wait for the real thing. I'd rather have the fake thing. That's insane. Think about that. I'd rather have the fake thing. Give me the fake one. instead of waiting and saying, nah, I want the real shit. I'm just gonna wait. That's crazy. That's insane. Hey, Latoya. I just love listening to you. Oh, thanks, China. I love you being here. Yeah, that's insane. But that's how some people think. She's right. She's right. I'm not doing that. I'm not that desperate for a penis. I'm sorry. I'm not. That I'm just going to accept one that, no. But a lot of women are like that. They so desperate. They want a man so bad. They want to be able to say they got a husband. They want to be able to say they got a man. Like, why? Because the world got your mind thinking that you're not important if you don't have a man. You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not this enough. You don't have a ring. You don't have a husband. That's program thinking. So that way you will accept less than you deserve. And then you can be controlled. They're not ready for this conversation. Because these toxic men, I'm talking about the toxic men out here, the narcissistic ones, the demon ones, they love that they have power over women now. They love that. That's the goal. That was the goal. They see now they have power. We finally got it over them. They need us. So we can do anything we want. Yeah, we can treat them any kind of way. And they still going to stay because they want a man. They want us so bad. We're so valuable to them. That's how they think. The toxic demon men. Not all of them are like that. I'm talking about the toxic ones. And that's how they get women. That's how they get you. Yeah. Because they know that these women now are so desperate that they'll take anything. Gay, you sleeping with men, sleeping with women on them, cheating on them all the time, disrespecting them, treating them like trash, having no respect, no loyalty. Yeah. 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 They know they could do that because they know these women are so desperate. That's so sad. And they're doing that every day to these women. I saw something pop up online today. It said the girl, she was with some black guy, white girl. She said, she said she paid for everything and she gives him money what they said, $2,500 a month or a week. She takes care of her man. Another dummy. They treat you how you allow. Exactly. Yeah. That's why some men act like that about black women, because they know black women don't take no shit. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not saying other girls or other races don't, because they have some that do, but I'm saying most black women, yeah. And that's why there's some men who say, yeah, I don't like black women. That's because you can't control. You want a woman that you can control and you can treat any kind of way. And you know some black women ain't doing that. So you want a woman that'll say, yes, daddy. Sure, go cheat on me. Yeah. Won't question you about leaving the house at midnight. I'm keeping it real. That's why some of them don't want to date black women, because they want to do what they want to do. And ain't no black woman ain't going to accept that. I'm just keeping it real. It ain't happening. Okay, but you know so-and-so going to allow that. They're not ready for that conversation. I'm not stupid. I have a friend that lets this guy use her car all day, disappear for hours, buy himself food, and won't say nothing, and still jump every time he asks. No man could ever. I'm a Virgo. Wow. See? Another demon. He got her. He got her mind. What I say about the mind, y'all? He has her mind. That's what that's That's the topic of tonight for tonight. Your mind. That is it. Look at what she just said. That's a prime example. That demon man has that woman's mind. She gonna let a man take her car, use it all day. You know he's seeing other women. You know he's going and seeing other women. Use her car, eating up food, probably using her car to buy food, probably buying food for the woman. Dirt trash. I'm telling you. Y'all know what I do for a living. I'm just talking. And I know that this is what's happening. Using that woman up. Taking advantage of her kindness. You said he found himself a dummy. Right. That's what they want. They looking for dummies. That's why I said don't get mad or jealous when you see people married in relationships. You don't know what's going on in them relationships. You don't know what, if it's a dummy they got or what they're allowing. You don't know that. You don't know that. Hey, you from the ATL. Hey. It is, Jay. It is. She said it's sick. It is. That's what they want. Now, look, some people, maybe they really actually don't care. And, you know, and that's fine. You have a choice to do what you want to do. There are some women, or even men, they don't care. Maybe they really, honestly, in their heart, it does not bother them for their partner to lay with another person. They're okay with it. Maybe they feel like, oh, they're young, or they feel like, you know, they have money, or they feel like, you know, that's what people do. And, you know, as long as you come home to me, whatever your belief, maybe there are some people that it does not bother. But if it's any feeling in your heart where it does bother you, then you know that that's not right. And what I will say is there's no way that you can actually be in love with someone, truly, I'm talking about really in love with somebody, and be okay with them laying with another person. You're not in love with that person then. And that's okay. That just means that you didn't marry for love, or you're not in a relationship for love. Because there's no way, and chat, y'all can tell me too, there is no way I'm in love with my husband and I'm going to be okay with knowing that he is sleeping with other women. There's no way that would not eat me alive unless I'm not in love with him. Or maybe you doing your own thing too. Some people be doing this stuff, you know. This is, you know. And they have the right to do what they want to do. But I'm talking about the people that want true, real love. I'm talking about people that want soulmate, real agape, true, real love. Those are the people I'm talking about. Not the people who don't, you know, because they're not on the same frequency as us, and that's just what it is. They're not. And that doesn't mean that nobody's better than the other. I'm just saying they're not on the same vibration. They're not. Because I don't think that's the vibration of God. I don't think God created marriage for people to lay with other people. I don't think that just defeats the purpose of what a marriage is. A big part of marriage is loyalty. When you make that commitment, we take an oath with God. That's a serious thing. I don't think that it would be that serious to God to the point that he says, yeah, all right, now go on and sleep with Carla. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like he made that for a reason. Because it makes it more real. It makes it more real. It makes it more authentic. You know what I mean? When you know that is, you know, it makes it more authentic. Yeah, but. And then the world will try to poison you. Oh, yeah, all men cheat. Yeah, all women cheat. Yeah, everybody cheat. Yeah, it's okay. That's the mind. What I say. The devil wants your mind. The devil wants your mind. So if you think that, oh, it's okay, everybody cheats, so I can get with this woman and I could just let her just keep sleeping around on me. because, you know, even, no matter who I was with, they would do it to me anyway. So I might as well just stay here and accept this from her. No! Do you not realize how ridiculous that sounds? No. No. Mm-mm. No. No. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. So y'all do what y'all want to do, but I'm telling you, like, you got to be careful. You have to protect your mind out here. Don't let the devil get your mind. Don't let these crazy people online get in your head, make you, when they say, I'd rather stick to the devil I know. Nah, just leave. Nah, they crazy with that. No. The devil you know. Wow. How about an angel? What's wrong with, we forget about angels? I can't marry an angel? I have to marry a devil? See that? The mind. The devil wants your mind. Again, whoever came up with that statement, okay? It's a trick of the mind to make you think everybody's a devil. Yeah, so you might as well stay with the devil you know, girl. Yeah, you got years with him, girl, and you got a kid. No. Sick. It's the mind. Like, literally. There are people who think like that, you know. There are really people who think like that. They do. They do. Not doing that. Y'all remember the girl that came in here? I forget what she said. She said something crazy. I was like, I know you joking. What's that crazy bitch said? She said, what she said, y'all? She was like, oh, we were talking about like marriage and stuff, and she was just like, oh yeah, it's not cheating if he does it before the marriage, before we actually get married. I'm like, wow. Wow. She was dead ass. So she was basically saying that if she had a fiance, he could do whatever, but once they walk down that aisle and make it official and say they're husband and wife, he can't cheat anymore. Yeah, okay, yeah. So he's just gonna stop. I swear she came in the chat and said that, and she thought she was right. She really thought, she really did. I couldn't believe it. There are other people who think like that. That's why I say you don't know what be going on in these people's marriages and their relationships. Do not look at nobody's shit and be like, oh my God. No, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. She said, you said she's smoking. Right. She literally came in here and said that she's probably watching now too. I don't care. Because I told her to her face. You said that that it's not cheating. Well, she didn't say it's not cheating, but she was just saying like it doesn't count as cheating until you get married. I'm like, wow. So the whole relationship, he gonna be with you or she gonna be with you, and they can sleep around on you. But the minute y'all get engaged and everything, still sleeping around on you, that's fine. We're just engaged. You're just my fiance. That's all. Just my fiance. That's all. So you can still sleep around, but once we walk down the aisle, that's it. The devil wants your mind. The devil wants, she gone. She gone. Mine is gone. Let me give you a heads up. If he was cheating on you the whole relationship, sis, he's gonna cheat on you during the marriage. Ding dong, just in case you really did not know that. If he's been cheating on you the whole relationship throughout the engagement, do you really think a ring on his finger or her finger is going to stop this person from sleeping around? Do you actually honestly believe that? The. The devil wants your mind. There's no God in that. There's no God in that. No. And let's just say, hypothetically, let's just give her this. Let's say, yeah, he does stop cheating. Do you really want that? Like, do you really want that? A man that was sleeping, or a woman that was sleeping around on you the whole time you guys were together, and even during your engagement, and you're going to marry this person? Do you feel okay with that? There could be a woman or a man that can say, I had your man last night. You don't feel anything about that? You don't feel no type of way? I don't know. Some of these things these people go through, I could never. No. And the things people do for money, man, money got, the devil got people with money. The devil got people with money. You hear what I'm saying to you? That money, it tears people up. It tears people up. Don't let it change y'all. Don't let it change you. Because you were chosen one. If you were chosen one, you supposed to be making money. You may go through your financial difficulty, but once you ascend, the money's going to start coming in. Oh yeah, God got you with that. So if you were chosen one watching this right now, you going through anything financially, trust me, you're going to get through that. You're going to get through that. And you're going to excel. It's going to take some time, but you're going to get there. But when you get there, or if you're there, don't let it change you. Don't let it change you. Money is the root of evil. It is. If you let it control you. I don't let money control me. Like, even like, I go to some places now that maybe, I wasn't able to go before. And how they kiss your ass, man. Like, and I'm just like, yo. It's fake. When people think you got money, they kiss your ass, they treat you, you know what I mean? A certain way. I don't like that, because I want you to treat me the same way you would treat the homeless person on the side of the street. That's how I want you to treat me. Because that shows your real character, who you really are. Don't treat me good because you feel like there's something you can get out of me. That doesn't mean you're a good person. Treat me like the homeless person you would see on the street. Because that shows who you really are. Because I don't want you to treat me any differently. Because if you treat me differently, nah, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. You're not a good person. Yeah, they kiss your ass, man. I'm like, wow. Everything's about money. It's really sad. Superficial. Right, yeah, that's it. Yeah, superficial. Yeah, money that, Yeah. I hate it. I hate it. It is sad. Yeah. Because that doesn't show who somebody really is. That's why I always treat people good. You never know who's a guardian angel or who's an angel in disguise. God sends people sometimes to test you, That's why you better be very careful how you treat people. God will just throw some. It's happened to me plenty of times. I know those people were angels. They just come out of nowhere. God just want to see where your heart is. God is watching everything you do. Everything you do. He just wants to see where your mind is, where your heart is. How are you going to treat that person? Yeah. Yes. Yes. God does that all the time. He sends people. They're angels in disguise. Old people, even pets, animals. Yeah. Just random people, just to see how you're going to treat them. To see where your heart is. You said even with work too. Oh yeah. Definitely, yeah. You better be nice to people. You never know. You could be talking to an angel. And you over here talking about, ugh, get her away from me. Ugh. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're not ready for that conversation. So, yeah. I treat people with respect unless you give me a reason to not like you. You know what I mean? Unless you disrespect me or you calling me crazy, then I'm not going to be nice to you. But you cool? I'm cool, you know? Turn the AC off. Oh, yeah, y'all. So, I gotta go back. Excuse me. Go back to the house, shower. I have a personal reading to do. And I think I'm gonna do a collective read for y'all tonight. I've been catching up on my readings. I'm so proud of myself. You said you're gonna make it. Yeah, we all gonna make it. And that's what I'm saying. So I don't get why people want to be in this competitive energy when it's like we could all win. Like, newsflash, we could all win. Why do we have to, fight against each other? Like, it broke my heart the other day because I had like shown love to like a reader that I like, and like I wasn't feeling her energy, and I was like, wow. That really broke my heart because I like her. I thought I did. But because, and that's even for y'all too, like maybe other people in your industry may act a certain way towards you because maybe they feel like, again, you're better than them. But you shouldn't see it as that. That's a toxic way to see it. You got to try to see the light in a situation. You can't just look and say, you know what I mean? Because that's like you play football and, you see another player, whatever. Maybe they a little bit, you know what I mean? They kick a little bit more ass than you. That's okay. Learn from it. Grow from it. Send positive energy towards it. Perfect your craft. Don't be mad. Don't hate on the player. I'm just giving y'all an example. Yeah. But she was like, her energy was just dry. And I'm like, wow, okay. And God was like, yeah, she probably feels some type of way because, I'm like, why people like that though? Like, I don't do that with other readers where I'm like, how many subscribers he got? How many? Oh, she got more than me. Oh, I got more than her. Like, I don't even look at that. Like, I don't care if you got 5 subscribers. I don't care if you got 500,000. I don't care. I'm just here for, are you a good person? Are you a good reader? What are you talking about? Like, they looking at it from a toxic, you know what I mean, perspective. Like, we're supposed to be light bringers here, so it should be all good energy. You shouldn't be looking at me as this is a competition. This is not even that type of field. You know what I mean? This is not even that type of field. Like, if you're a light bringer, you're a chosen one. You're supposed to be about love and positive energy. You're not even supposed to be seeing it like that. You're supposed to be wanting to partner with other people. You know what I mean? Combine the community to help people grow and heal and evolve. But you out here thinking, you out here seeing it from a bad way. Yeah, and it's like, damn. So it's like, all right, so I'm gonna just keep my distance from you. Like, but that's disappointing, It's like they see you as a threat. And it's like, well, why? Like, we're on the same team. We're supposed to be on the same team. God complex is scary. Yeah, and it's like, well, you said it's a facade. People be mean and rude. Yeah. I remember that happened like years ago. This girl had emailed me about this popular reader on here. And I guess she was sending emails to a lot of people, babe. She was coming for her, but she was just saying how that girl was racist. And she had the text, and she had the receipts. She had the receipts. So I guess she just wanted people to really know who this girl really is. And yeah, but she was coming for her because she was letting other people know, like other readers know and stuff. Something happened. I don't even know. It was some type of drama with her and something, and I don't even remember because I try to just stay away from that. Yeah, that's why I be saying to myself. But the girl emailed me and she was telling me, and I guess she was sending it to other readers and stuff, and I was like, wow. But yeah, she's popular on here, but she's a racist. So it's like she got all them subscribers, and like, do people really know like who she really is? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it be a lot of, you just got to use your discernment and your intuition, and just, make sure you really see people for who they really are. Because I don't care how good your readings are. If you're not a nice person, you have a wicked heart, I don't want any readings from you. I don't care how good you are. You could be the best at tarot. You could be tarot down. If I know you're a wicked person and you're not kind, I don't want no reading from you. No. 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 And y'all should feel the same way. Y'all should feel the same way too. You should not be wanting no reading from a demon. I don't care how accurate the readings are or what. I don't care. It's a demon. like, you know what I mean? That's like me say, here's a demon here. No, you don't want no attachments to that. Because you shouldn't know. That's not this type of industry. Because what spirit is providing those messages to her? Exactly. Because if you are a bad person, you're not talking to God through tarot. Other spirits come through. You could be talking to the devil himself, because the devil will give you talent too. The devil done given a lot of people talent. I don't want no talent from the devil. No, I like talent from God. That's what I got. That's what y'all got. Yeah, we don't want no talent from the devil. No, sirree, Bob. No. You right about that. Yeah, but it's disappointing sometimes. I'm just like, okay. That's why I don't even be like, I just be saying to myself, because I feel like God will send the right people to me. I feel like God is sending the right people to me. And that's it. Shh. Hold on, y'all. Well, I feel like my underarms stink. No, I got deodorant on. I'm like, why I feel like my underarm? Maybe I'm smelling my sandwich down there. I got a sandwich for later. Because the other day I forgot to put deodorant on. I don't never do that. Bitch, I was humming. I said, let me get up out of here for somebody to smell me. I went to the gym and I was like, I forgot to put deodorant on. I was so sad. Not sad, just embarrassed. I was like, oh man, because I'll be stink when I don't wear no deodorant. I'm stinking. You hear me? Stinking like a man. Yeah, I can't. You know how some people be like, yeah, I ain't put no deodorant. I can't. I'm not that type of person that can go without no deodorant. No, I would have everybody. The room would be funky. You hear what I'm saying? Thank God it wasn't bad. I think, you know why? Maybe I had a little bit on still. Like, you know how you wash or whatever, but you know how sometimes it's hard to get all the deodorant from underneath your armpits? So maybe I still had a little bit. Yeah, I'll funk a room up with that. I don't play with that. That's why I said I'll never forget to do that, because deodorant, I'll run your ass out of here. Smelling like a big old jungle man. You wouldn't believe it. You said save. Yeah. That's how people be trying to act like they better. All right, don't put no deodorant on. Don't wash your ass. Don't brush your teeth. And let's see. You think you better, right? Let's see. So you going to smell real fresh in a couple of days. You better, right? Don't brush your teeth. Don't wash your ass. Don't put on no deodorant. And let's see how that turn out, Mr. Better. You gonna be a funky ass. You ain't no better. We all the same. Hello? Yeah, I don't play that no deodorant now. But anyway, I had a good time with y'all. Stinking. You said smell so much like damn garlic. Caroline, you crazy as hell. You be smelling like garlic, Caroline? Damn. She said smelling like garlic. You said out here wearing natural deodorant. Shit, I can't. I gotta have deodorant on. I'll funk something up. You said I get garlic and taco. Ooh, that sound good. That's how your underarms be smelling? I said that sound good. You said garlic parmesan bread with smack. Why y'all talking about? Now you got them talking about garlic food. Y'all greedy like me, Caroline. Now you got them talking about garlic food. He talking about garlic parmesan bread. She talking about garlic and tacos. I love garlic. I'm a big garlic person. I know garlic be having your breath crazy, but I don't even care. I love the smell of garlic. So when I get with my husband, I don't care. He can have garlic breath. It ain't gonna bother me. I like garlic. Yeah, you just don't have no shit breath. I don't mind food breath. I can take food breath. Onions, all that. People be like, oh no, I don't mind that. Excuse me, because that don't stink to me. Yeah, I don't stink. She said garlic potato chips, right? Yeah, that don't stink to me. Just don't come around here with no doo-doo breath and we good. That I won't accept. Yeah, the girl who do my nails, she told me she had to tell her man about his breath. I said, what? She had me on the floor with that, yo. I'm like, not your man breath stink. I be like, I'm like, yeah, these people be in some crazy relationships. Garlic is good. I love garlic bread. Oh yeah, that garlic bread from Whole Foods is banging. I had to stop buying it. Yeah, I started seeing that on my back. I said, oh no, you gotta have self-control. You know what I'm saying? But that garlic bread from Whole Foods, and that lady that worked there told me about that. She put me onto that, and she put me onto that garlic butter. And life has never been the same. It was a skinny girl. Skinny people be knowing too, you know. Skinny people be eating too, you know. I love a skinny fat person. Oh, we have a good time. I had a friend like that. Yeah, she was a skinny fat person. Yeah, she was skinny, 115 pounds. Man, she would out-eat me. Yeah, she would out-eat me. I loved it. We used to eat like dogs. But see, I had to be careful with that hoe. Because, see, she ain't gaining no weight. She got me out here. You know what I mean? I don't know. She could just eat. She could just eat and not gain weight. And she ate like a man. But you said, what's your opinion on Blueface? Have you met him? No, I never met Blueface. I don't really like him. Why you ask me that? I don't really like Blueface. I like how he handled that girl. On the girl in the car, he put her out. I like he did that. I think he handled her ass. But I'm not crazy about him. He's a demon. Come on. Look at him. Come on. That's obvious. Sorry if he's watching or anybody watching. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I got to give you my honest opinion now. I'm not a phony now. That's a demon right there. Yeah, that's a demon. He you know, there's different demons assigned to different things. confirmation. I don't know if you just heard that knock. I don't even know where that came from, but it was a knock when I said that. I don't even know where that came from. Different demons have different assignments. He's a demon to hurt women. And not just hurt them. Like, it's some demon men, they are there to cause trauma. They are there to cause trauma. Women too. It's men and women. But I'm talking about in the love department. They want to hurt you. Point blank, period. They want to not just hurt you. They want to create trauma. That's even worse. Because hurt is like, but trauma is like some deep-rooted stuff. You know what I mean? Like when something traumatized you, that stays with you. So it's deeper than just hurt. It's deeper than that. And he's one of those types of men to do that to women. It's a lot of them like that. NBA YoungBoy. Yeah, that's another one. They just alike. But I think YoungBoy's worse. Way worse than Blueface. Way worse. Yeah, no. No. He's physically attractive, just like Satan. I'm not crazy about the way he looked. Like, I don't think he's ugly, but why? Because he's tall and light skinned. I don't understand. I'm not like I don't know. You love YoungBoy? Well, that's what you love. That say a lot about who you are. And I'm not trying to play you. You a member and everything. We love you, but I mean, if you like somebody like him, that says a lot. And that's with anybody, right? Who you like is it's a reflection of who you are. Supposedly NBA YoungBoy has a big heart, or some can pass away anytime. I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, you cannot do bad things and think you're going to get away with it. Like, there are people who really think they can just go out here and just do all these evil things, and that there is no good force watching them. That doesn't exist. You're playing with fire. Especially now, like in my spirituality, like knowing that all of this stuff is real, like angels, God, the devil, demons. Do you know how dangerous it is for you to be out there just doing anything? You said, I love him. I love his music. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can you imagine if I never put that deodorant on? Caroline's still talking about that deodorant. Yo, she's hilarious. Yeah, but like, you just gotta trust your intuition. But no, I'm not crazy about Blueface. I think he's, but Blueface's mother messed him up. His mother's a nightmare. Like, when you look at the mother, you're like, oh, that explains a lot of why he's like that. I'm not making excuses, but the parents have a lot to do with, the child. You can pull yourself out of that. But when you have a karmic parent like that, you have to, like, it's a lot of healing you got to do. You said you can tell, sadly. Yeah, his mother's a nightmare. She's a nightmare. And that's the same thing with my cousin, why he's so messed up. My aunt. Bringing all them different men around him when he was young. Like, just a horror. Thank God nobody ain't do nothing to him. You know what I mean? You can't just be bringing men around your kids. Can't do stuff like that. Can't do that. This world, you can't do that. Can't do that. If I had kids, ain't nobody being around my kid. Nobody. Nah. I'm sorry. This world, no. Mm-mm. No, it's got to be Soul Tribe. Soul Tribe. One of y'all, yes. Because I trust my soul tribe, my real soul tribe. Yes, that's it. Nobody else around my kid. No. I don't know how people be doing that. They just be letting anybody keep their kid. Like, I remember, like, in North Carolina, my Aunt Connie or whatever, like, when she was taking care of my grandma, it was this girl. I didn't like that girl. She lived under my grandma. I don't know. It was just something about her. Like, I swear, I never even met her. But, like my Aunt Connie, like, she is Sagittarius, so she always got to, like, make friends everywhere she go. Like, she always would do that. And I would be like, you got to be careful. Because I just don't be friendly with people like that. You know what I mean? Like, but she will always have Connie watch her. I think she had a son. And I'm like, she didn't even know her like that. I'm like, and that really made me not like her. Because I'm like, you don't even know Connie. You don't even know her like that. Like, literally. I think, like, one day, that's literally how she met her. Like, Connie, because Connie used to like to sit on the balcony, smoke her cigarettes, drink her coffee, be on the phone and stuff. She nosy. So she'd be outside or whatever. So the girl was leaving. And the girl said to her that something came up. Something just off with that girl. I don't know. Just something off with her. I think her name was Mary. She asked her, can you watch my son? I have an emergency. Something like that. I'm just like, that was just weird. Like, you don't even know her like that. And you just left your son with the lady that lived down upstairs. Like, I don't know. That just rubbed me the wrong way. She's weird. Like a weird woman. Yeah. And then she thinks she all that. Married a woman. Like, she's just wild. She's just wild. But yeah, that turned me off about her. Can't just let nobody keep your kids. You crazy. In this world, no. Yeah, Connie, she could have been, you'll never know. Because the demons, they like to go after kids. They look, because you know why? The kids are innocent. They know it's innocence and purity. And they know the damage that comes when you get them when they're a child. That's how they get a lot of people when they're kids. And they know, because a lot of people don't heal from that childhood trauma. And it messes them up as an adult. This is real talk. This is real talk. People do the craziest things. They do. What you mean, am I okay? Of course I'm okay. Are you okay? You getting on my nerve, Rico. Now, I love you, a member and all of that, but you getting on my nerve now. So, yeah. See, now I'm losing track of what I was saying. Getting distracted. But yeah, oh yeah, with the kid thing, yeah, like, you can't be doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I was just talking to Dad about childhood trauma last night. Yeah, it messed people up. Mess them up. It mess them up. Because some people don't, some people do get the help they deserve, and it does work out, but it takes a lot to get there, and everybody don't want to do that. Healing is not easy. That's why a lot of people don't do it. They just bury, is that a helicopter? What the hell? What the hell? Who the hell they looking for? That shit sound real close, huh? You said looking for somebody, or it's for traffic, right? You seem a little off. You're usually very joyful. What are you talking about? You a member and everything like that, and I appreciate you, but we're going to have to put you on a timeout. Just because you just became a member, because your star is blue. Because I don't even recognize your name. So you're new here, but I appreciate the membership. You don't have to stay a member after this. I understand. But you're in here spreading negative energy. Okay? I let it go with the young boy thing. No, for real. I let it go with the young boy thing. I let it go with that. Okay? Because we know that that's a demon. All right? And you in here praising him. This may not be the right soul tribe for you. I'm just being honest. Okay? And now you're talking about I'm off. That I don't even know you. You just became a member. Okay? Your star is blue. And you acting like you know me. I don't know you like that. So how can you tell me I'm a little off when I don't even know you? What do you mean I'm off? You don't even know my personality. Why can't I be joyful and talk the truth? I am still joyful. I'm talking about different things in my life. That doesn't mean that I'm not. Goddess, you crazy, but Goddess. Yo. Goddess, you fucking crazy, boy. You crazy. You know what I'm saying, though. You're right. And I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but you're killing the vibe. I am always joyful. I'm talking about we have real life discussions now. I can't just be on here just being fairy tales and butterflies and bubbles all the time. It's great. I do that a lot. You know what I mean? But I got to give y'all the real. You got to get the real down. It can't always, the world ain't like that. Okay? We got to talk about the real stuff. We can't just sit on here and talk about candy canes and cotton candy and butterflies and rainbows. We can't do that. That's not reality. We're dealing with demons and the real world. This is a spiritual war. This is life or unalive. Like, this is serious. This is not a game. I can't be on here just laughing all the time. No, it's not a laughing matter. Sometimes we can laugh. We have a fun time. Yeah. But sometimes we got to get raw. Yeah, you know, and that's what it is. That don't mean I'm not being joyful. Yeah, we in the middle of a war. You want to just sit and laugh and play patty cake bakers, ma'am. No. Go out there and patty cake in the real world and see how your ass come back. Ain't no patty cake bakers, man. We got to talk real shit. No, for real. This is a spiritual war. Yeah. People that about to go to war, when they about to go to Afghanistan and stuff, you think they sitting around laughing? They preparing themselves. Matter of fact, not even before. I'm talking about while they're there. While they're there. Because I said we're in the middle of a spiritual warfare. So while they're there in the middle of a war, you think they're going to be laughing at It's serious. We have times where we laugh and we play and all that, and we have times where we talk serious out here because y'all got to get the truth. Yeah. She said Miss Patty Cake didn't make it out the oven. Right. You ain't going to make it out the oven. Yes, kids are innocent and pure. These demons like to manipulate younger people. Yup. It's true. They love the kids. And that's horrible. That's awful. Yeah, we have to protect ourselves. You have to protect your kids. Yeah. Don't let nobody watch your kids. You got to be very careful with that. You got to make sure it's soul tribe. Then that's it. That's it. Because if they soul tribe, you know they with God. You know they have a good heart. You can trust them. Okay? I don't care if it's your family. Family could be messed up too. I said soul tribe. Just because somebody's soul tribe don't mean that it's your blood. That is why it's important to speak up. It is. It is. Very sad. But what are we talking about? What was the topic? We'd be all over the place. We'd be all over the place. I'd be all over the place. I'd be jumping from topic to topic. Let there be light. Okay. Perfect timing back to school. Right. Yeah, you gotta be careful out here. Stay prayed up. That's it. That's what you gotta do, and just use your discernment and trust God and pray about everything. Pray about everything. Pray about everything. Especially the big decisions you gotta make. Pray about it. Should I have a child with this person, God? Should I marry this person? Should I date this person? Should I take this job? Should I make this move? Because if you follow the path that God has for you, it won't be no bump. I mean, you may have a bump or two, but it won't be like crazy. Because most of the time when you're going the way God wants you to go, it's usually smooth. And even if it's a little bumpy, you're gonna get to the smooth part. Does that make sense? Ask your angel team for help. We have them. Yeah, we do. Of course, I always talk to my angels. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. That's what they're there for. 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 Like my new neighbors, they nice. I like them. That's confirmation right there. They quiet. I still haven't seen them. I saw a cute guy today. I'm like, oh, did he move in here? He was looking at me. He had a little dog, though. I said, that look like a girl dog, man. He probably with his girl. That don't look like a dog a guy would have unless he's gay. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I saw him today. I was like, oh, he's cute. But I don't know. With that dog, I'm like, he probably with some girl. Probably. Can we have our members prayer live again? I'd love to lift up others and could use some myself. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Catherine. I was thinking about that the other day. We got to do another members prayer. That was awesome. And yo, a lot of members, well, even people that weren't members, they came back when we did that thing about the miracle. And they said that they got their miracles. I thought that was awesome. So we got to keep that miracle thing going, because I don't even care if it was just one person, but the fact that we had multiple people coming back saying they got their miracles that week, that means that's something we got to keep doing. We got power, and we're speaking that into our soul tribe's lives. We got to stay with that. We got to keep our foot on the neck with that. Yeah, because a lot of people came back, was in the comments. Go look. I forget what video it was, and they were saying they got their miracle. So that means that's something we gonna have to keep up, because we need more miracles. Do y'all need miracles? Let me know in the chat, because shit, I ain't too good to not have no miracle. I'll take a miracle. I love miracles. Miracles are just things that just are unbelievable that happen to you. Blessed in a blessed way, in a good way. Whereas where you can say to somebody and they think you lying, because there's no way that happened to you. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, there's no way, but it did. Yeah. That's God right there. It happens every day. It happens every day. So we gotta stay on that and keep manifesting that for the soul tribe. So I think we're gonna do that weekly. We're gonna talk about the miracles, and we're gonna say, everybody, whoever get their miracle, come back. Let us know in the comments. I need a miracle for real. Yeah, right, Edith. That's what I'm saying. Who can't use a miracle? Everybody can use a miracle, no matter how much money you got, no matter, where you live, your race, your weight. Everybody can use a miracle. That's just a huge blessing. That's just unexpected. Just, I love when that happened. Me too, Bria. Miracles for all of us. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's, who wouldn't want that? Hell yeah. That could be anything. Somebody could just give you a house. That happens, you know. People be like, oh no, that's impossible. No, it's not. You got some people with some serious money out here. It's nothing for somebody to give you a house. You get what I'm saying? Give you a car, give you a job out of nowhere that can change your life. Not just any job. Hello? A health miracle. That happens a lot too, you know. Miracle. Cancer is just gone. They don't know what happened. Yeah, you got to believe. Because you can't be walking around saying nothing good ever happens for me. I won't get a miracle. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. So you are already in that negative energy. You're not going to attract a miracle. Because you're already doubting God. God don't like when you doubt him. God don't like when you do that. He's God. So you don't think I can do this. You get what I'm saying? Gotta believe. Some of y'all, you're blocking your own blessings with your mouth and your thoughts. Power's in you. The devil wants your mind. Remember that, because the power is in you. You, man, if you are the magician, that's just what the tarot talks about. Literally, the story, the major arcana, the fool, the magician, the high priestess. You get what I'm saying? It's the process of you building, becoming. Power's in you. Literally. Some of y'all blocking your own blessings because you just don't believe in yourself. And that's messed up. Because the devil has your mind. And that's okay. He had mine before too. But you got to fight. Got to get your mind back, because that's your power. When you have a strong mind, nothing can stop you. No one can stop you when you have a strong mind. No blockages. Right, Juju? You said, I believe. Yeah, you got to believe in yourself. And trust me, just doing that, you're going to see a change. Oh, but I don't know. And what you mean you don't know? Believe. What you don't lose anything by that. You don't lose anything by that. Just try it. Just try. Try to be positive. Try to just think good. You ever know some people, they just always think negative? I've had to cut people off like that. I can't be around you like that. Oh no, but what if this and what? Oh my God. Like for real. Like, damn, you are a Debbie Downer. You don't know some people like that? It's always in that, and it's always something negative. Please. I can't be around you. You are just a vibe killer. Don't you ever have something positive to say? Y'all know people like that. Y'all know some people like that. And that's a bad energy. That's a demon. A negative demon. It's always something negative. Always. I worked with somebody like that before. I worked for somebody like that. It's every day. She needed therapy. She needed serious therapy. And then she tried to make me be her therapist. Keep me there 3, 4 in the morning. Talking about her problems. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. I worked for this woman. Yeah, it was hell. Great money. She was paying me great money. That's the best money I made. Yeah. That was the best money I made as far as 9 to 5 type job. Yeah. Because that's how she pays you to keep you. So that way, that's how she gets people with money, and then you're tortured. And that's why you're like, nah, that was literally a job where I said, I don't even care about the money. I cannot stay here. And that's when you know something is really disturbing your peace. That's when you know. That's why I say money don't guarantee happiness. No, people think that. No, it does not. No, that is not true. Plenty of people got money and are miserable. Plenty of people. Plenty of people. You got some people that's poor and they happy. True story. True story. Yeah, I was miserable. Yeah, I hated that job. Care how much money you keep giving me, a raise, bonus, all of that. No, I can't take it. When you like peace, you can't be around a bunch of demons. You can't do that. Yeah, that's what she do. You said, yeah, that's what she do. That's how she get people with money. Keep you working there. Money. Yeah. Not me, because she had a couple people like that. She had Marion, that was an older lady. She had, that girl, couldn't stand her. What's her name? Lizzie. She was just lazy. Just lazy and just not helpful. And just, you ever work with somebody, every time you ask them a question, they don't never know the answer. Like, what are you doing here? But it bothered me because she has seniority. Like, you've been there longer than me. Like, if you've been working somewhere 2-3 years, you should have this shit down pat. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? You should have that shit down pat. And it's like, you don't never know nothing. Like, it just annoyed me. And then she was just lazy. Like, she just, every time you was looking for her, she was gone. Like, she got her with money. That's how she had been working there. Living in an apartment with her parents and move some man in there with her. And talking about, oh yeah, we engaged. I'm like, how you engaged and you living in a room? What y'all think? I'm sorry. I'm not moving no guy and I'm living with my family. No. Yeah, she was bragging, baby. She thought she had a prize. Yeah, look like what's that? A beat. That's all, folks. What's his name? That's how her man look. A beat. What's that character from Looney Tunes? Is that Porky Pig? That's how he look. Man, the way she hyped him up. Yeah. Porky the Pig. Porky the Pig. A beat. Yeah, that's exactly how he looked. Fat and bald-headed like that. She thought she had a prize. Moved that man in, living with her family. But Marion was the older lady, another fat, lazy one, don't want to do nothing. I'm just telling y'all about my life. And Marion tried to use her age because she, you feel bad for her. No. When you want to take your teeth out and eat all these snacks at the front desk, you ain't old. It ain't nothing for you to grab the phone. Yeah, she want to use her age. Yeah, and no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to baby you because you're older. This is a position. This is a job. You have a job to do. If you cannot do it, then you need to leave. Yeah, try to use her age and shit. No, so it was her. It was lazy Lizette. Old Marion ain't do nothing. And who else was there that she was paying to stay? Abe, the demon. The ultimate demon. One of the worst people I ever worked with in my life. You hear me? When I tell you this was Lucifer. When I tell you this was the face of the devil. When I tell you, that's one of the worst people I ever worked with in my life. Abe. African. Yeah. Mean as a snake. I handle his little short ass. See, sometimes God will put you in positions where he wants you to handle people because he know you got the light in you and you're going to stand up to the demon. And that's what sometimes the demon needs. Somebody that's going to stand up. And a lot of y'all know because y'all have had to do it too. I don't know who you think you talking to. Yeah. Maybe in your country, I don't know what goes on in your country back home. And y'all think it's okay and you could talk. But he did that with women and men. He did that with everybody. Yeah. Yeah, he was a Leo. Yeah, so he thought, and I'm not gonna lie, he was good at his job. He was great at his job. He was outstanding. That I can't take from him. But I don't care. You're an asshole. You talk down to the staff. You're rude. You're nasty. You intentionally trigger people. He was a demon. So these are the people I had to work with. On top of the evil demon clients. You think I'm going to stay there for money? Nah. My peace of mind is better. I don't even want the money. Take it. I don't care. This is hell. It's like you're going to pay me to be in hell. Give me $1 million and I'll just let it burn. No! Your mind. The devil wants your mind. And that job would have made me lose my mind. So I had to leave. Because it would have been that, or I would have ended up in handcuffs. Yeah. Because I had that demon. I had to hand it to his ass a few times. Yeah, because you're disrespectful. You're killing the vibe. I went in there and I was trying to keep it positive and happy in that job space for everybody. You know, I created a really positive environment. You know what I mean? Coming up in there and everything like that. And then here we go with a demon. Yeah, here we go. And the thing about him is sometimes he would come and he'll be the nicest man you ever met. It would scare me. Like, does he have a twin? No, for real. That's what I literally thought. I was like, I think that he has a twin. I'm not joking. Y'all wouldn't believe it. I think something was the mind. Yeah, I think something was off with him. Some days he would come in and he would bring donuts. Oh, he was the sweetest man ever. Rarely would this happen. This is maybe about 5% of the time you would get that person. Yeah, kindest gentleman ever. Yeah, sweetheart. Offer to buy your lunch. Yeah, it's like a company. And then when that demon came through the door, that's it. It was a different story. Slam the door in your face, hang up the phone on you. Yeah, all types of stuff he would do. I think something was off. These are the people I've worked with. That's why I tell you, sometimes you got to stand up. That guy want me to come in here and just be candy canes and lollipops. No, this is a spiritual war. We have to stand up to these demons. We have to fight them back. That's why we're here. Yeah, everybody else scared of him. Oh, Abe is here. Oh, I got to do this. Abe is here? What the fuck you talking about, Abe? Fuck he's supposed to be? He not even the owner. You not even checking out over the owner. You talking about Abe? Mind you, he's not a manager or anything. Like, got people shook. Nah. He come up to you, because he's one of those black guys that talk like this. So you think that makes them more educated because they talk like this? No, you're annoying. Yeah. And you did something, because he loved to correct you. You know what I mean? It made him feel like he was, oh, God. And you scheduled this appointment here. Hold on. This is how I talk to him. Hold on. You see I'm with a client. Get out of my face. Give me a second, okay? Because you all up in here. I did a Martin on him, for real. Hold on. You see I'm with a client. Give me a second. I'm going to need you to back it on up. He'll be tight. I was his worst nightmare. Yeah. Because you're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to disrespect the staff. You are cancer here. I don't care how good you do your job. I don't care about that. That is omitted. I would rather somebody who's not that good of a worker, but they have a good heart. There are people like that I've worked with. You know, you may have to pick up some slack. You know what I mean? It may be a little slow. You know what I mean? Maybe they make some mistakes. But they have a good heart. I can work with that. I know this is a good person next to me. I'm going, you know what I mean? I'm very, that's one thing about me, like even in the work field, I was in it. I know how to like work with people. You know what I mean? Like you learn people's work habits and you learn how to flow with them. You know what I mean? That's important in a workspace. You know, so, you know, like if I know somebody, you know, they slow with the phones, you know what I mean? So I know I gotta be on the phone game, you know what I mean? But I know you quick with the copying or something. You know what I mean? So I got you doing the copy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Or, you know, you good with the meds. I got you doing the meds and I'm doing the front. You know what I mean? You gotta know how to, you know, you work with people. As long as you got a good heart. But you mean and nasty and I don't care how good you are. You could be the best technician in the world. I don't want to work with you because you mean. You're not going to make this an enjoyable experience. And that's how he was. Yeah, so then she would keep me there. This is the owner. She would keep me there for hours talking to me about her problems and stuff like that. You know? And then sometimes, like, I would be there, like, in the morning, and she'll call in the morning as soon as she wake up. Oh, I'm having a horrible day. And then she would have me on the phone for, like, an hour. Mind you, I'm at the job, at work. And then people start getting mad at me because they like, you know, I'm not working because I'm on the phone with her. But like, it's not my fault. Like, I wasn't doing that intentionally. You know what I mean? Like, she was calling and kept me on the phone. And I would feel bad and I would try to get off the phone and try to help. Then, you know, people start getting an attitude about that, you know? You said I still watch that show? What show? Strengths and weaknesses. Exactly, Picky. Yeah, you learn how to flow with people. That's how you because I like peace. I like just things just flow. Let's get this work done. You know what I mean? Quick and easy. Let's work together as a team. Let's do it. However we going to do it, let's just do it. That's how I am in the workplace. We just going to get it done. But that job was hell. That job was hell. The best part about the job was the animals. That's it. And Abe, he was another one that was aggressive with the animals. I used to have to check him. Another one I had to check. See, that's why I said God put you in place to check these demons. You know, you ain't got to be that rough with the animals. You ain't got to do all of that. Something off with his mind. Yeah. I told y'all too. One time I asked him, I said, let me ask you something. I pulled a him. I said, are you bipolar? He got mad. How dare you ask me something like that? He started saying something in African. I'm like, on the inside, I ain't laughing his face. I was just like, I was waiting for him to answer the question. I was serious. Nah, because you want to bully everybody. Let me bully you. Are you bipolar? He got mad. I can say something about you. I can diagnose you with something. No, he said, I could diagnose a lot of people around here. Something like that. I'm like, okay, what you gonna say about me? It ain't as worse as you. Let's go to the doctor right now. Let's go to the psychiatrist. Let's sit down and let's have them diagnose both of us. And I can guarantee you, I may have something, and that's all right. I think we all got a little something in us, right? I think we all got a little something in us. That's all right. But I can guarantee you, your diagnosis is going to be worse than mine. I'll put my life on that. He got mad. Yeah, I gave him a taste of his own medicine. Because you want to bully everybody else. Let me bully you. But I was serious because he was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I wanted to know. He got mad at me. I'm happy I triggered his ass. Good for him. You trigger everybody else. My turn. Yeah. Are you bipolar? Disorder 1, 2, whatever the hell it's called. Let him know you're annoying to work with. Okay, that's why I said God will put you in places where you got to check people. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like, I had to check the girl at Orange Theory. And I liked her. I liked her at first. See, you never know who's really a demon behind the scenes. I try to give everybody, I'm not talking to you. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? And when I meet people, I try to think like they are a good person. I want to give you that. I want to give you that so bad. I want you to be that. But I let your action and your energy prove whether that's true or not. And with her, it proved she was a phony. And I checked her. Because she made me wait outside. I told y'all about that. I always get there early. It's never a problem. You see me, I'm a good customer. I've been coming there, and you see me, I'm standing outside. She did that on purpose. And I'm like, yo, I waited patiently, like being nice or whatever. I'm like, she's doing this on purpose. So right when I'm like about to start banging on the door, I'm about to go New York. Because I'm like, nah, you trying to play in my face. Because you always smiling in my face. That's why you can't trust all that smiling in your face shit. Because somebody will smile in your face and they cannot stand you. So, yeah. So she like, oh, yeah, because something, oh, I'm coming. I'm like, now she's saying she coming because I'm banging on the door. And she like, oh, something, I'm trying to do this. And some bullshit she said or whatever. I'm like, and she's like, yeah, because technically we don't open until this time. I'm like, since when? Since when? I've been coming here for how long? So I'm like, oh, all right. So I held on to that. You know, I'm a Scorpio. I don't forget. I'm like, all right, she said they open at this time. All right, I'm going to test this bitch. So I went there and I was early and I saw her in there. So I said, I'm going to see. Let me just wait and observe. And I saw she had other people come in and it was early. It was before the time she told me that they opened. So I'm like, so she did that on purpose to me. But you know what? I'm used to it. Yeah, so I got her ass. So I went in there. I said, I like to check people in a, you know, it's fun to check people in a not ghetto polite way. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I'm checking you and I'm going to let you know I'm checking you. But I'm gonna be polite about it. And that's what I did to her. Yeah, exactly, Goddess. Yeah. Because I'm gonna let you know that you did that on purpose. But we gonna play cool. But I know what you about, Michael Myers' face. I know what you about. Her face looked just like the Michael Myers mask. And I try not to look at nobody like that. You know what I mean? I try to see beauty in people. That's exactly how she looked, and that's why she liked that. Talking about her boyfriend. I'm like, what? Boyfriend? These men will do anything. Because I'm sorry. Her face is scary. Her face looks just like the Michael Myers mask. I'm sorry. And now I know that you're a mean person. Yeah, you look even uglier. Talk about her boyfriend. I'm like, boyfriend? Wow, these men will do anything. I'm sorry. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, I swear, she could have made it up. Who knows? But I know I don't fuck with her no more. I tell you that. And I saw her the other day, oh, hi, Jess. I'm like, yeah, no more. Hi, how you doing? No more of that. No, because now I know you're a phony. So you don't get all that. You get what up? That's it. And you only getting that because you work here. I literally wouldn't even talk to you. Yeah, she did it on purpose. And I checked her when I walked in. I said, so you open early today, huh? Oh, yeah, I opened a little bit early. I said, oh, okay, because you told me you open at this time. And I said it loud for the other women to hear. They was looking. Oh, yeah. I said, oh, yeah. I said, so let me get this straight. Tell me again, what time do you open? Because what I really wanted to say was, when I came last week at the same time these women came, you had me waiting outside in the heat. And then when I come the same time, around the same time, I see these ladies go in and you just open the door for them. The door was already open. So if it's gonna be fair, it has to be fair. She did it on purpose. You said always a girl throwing a fit over a man. Yeah, and it's like it's always ones that like that. Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't bother nobody. Like, it's really like sometimes people just literally want to just get under your skin. Like, like, and it's like you're not bothering anybody. It is crazy. I go through that a lot with women. And I just be like, you know what? Like, even with the one lady in my Pilates class, she was like trying to be friendly with me at first. And now she don't even talk to me. She be rolling her eyes at me. I'm like, wow. She's like, she's the one that kept pressing me about where I bought my bodysuit. I'm like, this don't even go with your body type. Like, what are you talking about? Like, sometimes people will want something because they see you with it. And it's like, you have to dress for your body type. Like me, I can't wear certain things that maybe a very skinny, slim woman, petite woman will wear that would look nice on her. That probably would look nice for somebody that's that size. But somebody who's thicker like me with curves and stuff, it may not look good, and vice versa. There's some things, girls who, you know, really, really petite, it won't look good on them. It will look better on a girl with curves. You get what I'm saying? You have to dress, no, for real, you have to dress according to your body type. So she kept pressing me the whole class. I'm like, yo, why does she? I'm like, yo, let me just tell her where I got it from. Damn. Because she kept asking me about that bodysuit. I'm like, what is the big deal about this bodysuit? There's plenty of bodysuits like this. Just something off. Yeah. And she kept pressing me about that or whatever. And then she was trying to act like, white lady, she was trying to act like friendly. And I'm like, something was like, Then the next time I went to the class, she sat on the same machine I was on. I thought that was weird. I'm like, I always sit there. Like, they start with little shit like that. But I didn't say that. I just sat in a different reformer. But I'm just like, she did it on purpose. And then then she stopped speaking. Yeah, this is what I be saying to myself. Then she stopped speaking. Now she be rolling her eyes and stuff at me. I'm like, I didn't do nothing to this woman. She wanted to crawl in your skin. Right. Thirsty for where I got that bodysuit. I'm like, it doesn't even go with your body. Like, sometimes they'll see something that look good on you and they're like, oh, I gotta get that. That doesn't mean that's gonna look good on you. And that's what everything with clothes, makeup, you know, there could be a certain lipstick color that look good on you, but wouldn't look good on me. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be trying to bite what somebody else do. I can't stand that. Find your own thing. Yeah, that's why I be saying. It's another girl too. I thought she was cool. And she started acting funny too. I'm like, yo, these people are weird. They just be flaky. Like, the only one I still really mess with is my girl Belinda. Oh, and the lady I told y'all about, the one with the husband that passed, I found out what happened to her husband. She told me because she came to the class the other day. I think she cool. So she's living, I thought she was living with a dude. It's a couple she's living with. So I'm like, all right, that's better. That's better. I thought it was a man because she was like, he. Because I'm like, why she keep saying he? But it's a couple she lived with their kids. She said that she's the godmother to their kids or something like that. But anyway, she said her husband passed. She said, she said it was an allergic reaction to a medication. I'm like, what? It's like, that's like a freak accident. That's really sad. She started crying again, tell me. So I'm like, all right, I feel bad. I think she really, you know what I mean? But then she was like, yeah, you know, with money and everything, she's like, you know, because my husband used to, you know, pay for everything. And So I'm like, I think it's something with money as to why they don't have their own place, why she don't have her own place. But I'm like, he didn't have like no life insurance. I don't know. I'm all up in their business because she just kind of like just told me, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, and I'm wondering, I'm like, I wonder if that girl is that his daughter? Because the daughter is 15. So I wonder if he's the father. Because she said he's 40, he was 42, he passed. So 42, that's pretty young, right? To have a child that's 15. Let me see. How old would he have to have been? I'm nosy. Because she really wants to be my friend. She even tried to like find out where I get my nails done. She was like, oh, maybe I'll go there. I'm looking for someone. I'm like, oh, she fucking gets. So that would mean that, oh, 27. I mean, it could be. He could be the father. I don't know. I didn't get that deep in her business, but that would mean he would have had her at, is that right? 27, right? 42 minus 15. 27, yeah. That would mean that they had their baby at 27, or he got her pregnant when he was 27. I don't know how old she is. You said maybe just lonely. I don't know. I don't know. I be having my guard up with people, but she's cool. That's really sad what she went through. But she was kind of like saying something about money. So I was like, oh man. I'm like, I wonder, maybe he didn't. I mean, maybe because he was 42, he's young, so he didn't have a life insurance thing set up. I don't know. But I feel bad for her. I think that's why she's living with that couple. Yeah, I think that's why she's living with that couple. Yeah. An allergic reaction like that to a medication. That's like a freak accident. That's like a freak accident. She says she came home and she found him on the floor. She was like, I thought he was sleeping. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's telling me the whole story right here in front of everybody in the class. I felt so bad. And it's like, oh, and it's like she start crying, and a part of me want to like get up and like hug her, but I'm like, you know, I'm just meeting her. You know, hugging is real personal. I don't want to be all up on her like that, but I can, you know, next time I think I'm gonna hug her. I feel like she needs that, you know, but I just don't want to be weird because that's like, you know, I'm just meeting her, you know, but I always feel like that. Like anytime anybody cries around me, I'm like, come here, like, you know what I mean? Because I know that's, you know, that hurts. But I think she's a sweet woman. So I like her. Her name is Liz. And then Belinda. But everybody else kind of switched up. Deb is cool too. I haven't seen Deb, but I feed Deb with a long spoon. Because Deb is... Did I tell y'all what Deb did? Y'all, let me get y'all opinion about this, right? So Deb been living out here for like 20-something years. I'm just giving you the background. Okay? So, she had brought up to me this cat. I think I told y'all about it because I went there. It's like this cat place where you can go and you can interact with the cats and stuff, and you can feed them treats. I told y'all I went. And I was like, yeah, I heard about that place or whatever, because somebody had literally, the lady that was doing my massages, she had literally just told me about that place like 2 weeks before Deb mentioned it to me. The place has been around for like 8 years. It's not a new place, the cat place. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, I want to go or whatever. Like, you know, my masseuse was just telling me about that place, and, you know, I miss having an animal, so I can go and get love. And she was like, yeah, you know, I always look at them on Facebook and everything like that, right? Blah, 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 blah. So I end up going. I told y'all when I went. I think I was actually on live with you guys in the parking lot. Yeah, I think I was. So I went, y'all know, interacted with the kitties, everything. So when I told her, her face changed. She looked so jealous. I'm like, over a cat place? Yeah, Amber said, I remember. Yeah. Her face looked funny, y'all. I swear I can't make this up. Over something like that. And the thing about it is, you knew about the place and you've been out here for years. So You know, I'm new out here. Like, so I just saw she looked funny and she was like, oh, well, I'm gonna go. Like, she thought it was like a competition. I'm like, what? Over a cat? Like, what is going on? This is why I be by myself. So I'm like, all right, you know, the next time I saw her, she told me she went. I'm like, yo, that place been there for 8 years. You've been living out here all these years. She waited until I went and then went and ran there. She went and she said, I forget who she said she brought with her or whatever. I'm like, yo, she really had to go because I went. Because if you really wanted to go so bad, you had all these years to go. Why didn't you go? You said maybe she wanted to go with you or she's a weirdo. I don't know. You said, what in the world is up with these people? That's why I'm be telling y'all, because I'm like, yo, am I in the Twilight Zone? Because sometimes this just seems unbelievable. Why he driving like that? Oh, they wildin'. They had me ducking. I'm like, what the hell? You looking like an op, boy. I gotta pee. I gotta go home. That was just weird to me. I don't know. And she's the same one that didn't invite me to like her church. And I told my mom about that. My mom was like, I don't like that. Because my mom is a type. My mom will bring her church up and my mom be inviting everybody to church. And she had brought up her church to me. And she didn't invite me. And I was like, wow. Because usually when people bring up their church, they'll invite you. That's, you know, I feel like what you should do. You know, that's what I used to do. But she didn't do it. And you know what God told me? God told me that either the church is racist. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's no black people up in there. I don't know. Which already lets you know that church got to go. Or she don't want me to see her husband. Because she afraid her husband gonna want me. Because she already told me some weird stuff about her husband. Talking about, oh, at one point for years, her husband had some job where he was always away. I'm like, you know he had a mistress. I'm like, and you was okay with that? She's like, yeah, I would see him once a month. I'm like, nah, you're crazy. She didn't want to go and live, I guess, wherever he had to be for work. She's off. Ain't no way my husband gonna be, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going moving right where your ass is at. You ain't getting rid of me that easy. I'm going right where you at. All right, so we moving. You ready? So let's go get the boxes. Yeah, she talking about something. Yeah, he would be gone for a year. Years, she said. Something off there. Not doing that. You know he was cheating. Come on. But those are the people around me in the Pilates. That's why I like Belinda. Belinda's cool. Belinda said, yeah, she came into class the other day. She wasn't even in there. I was in there working out, but she peeped her head and she saw me and she came in the middle of the class to say hi to me. I love Belinda. Yeah, she said we gonna go for drinks. Yeah, Belinda said she'd like to go to get the margaritas. I said, oh, me too. So I can't wait to go out to have some drinks with Belinda. Because I know Belinda, she could talk. And she got stories, child. She got stories, baby. You said something way off. Yeah. You said still toxic either way you slice it. Yeah, that's why I be staying to myself. You said she's cool. Yeah, Belinda's cool. Belinda's cool. Yeah. And I like Liz too. I'm still getting to know her, but I feel bad. Like if that really is the case with her situation, that is horrible what she went through. That is horrible what she went through. You know, so she needs somebody. Yeah, she needs somebody, you know. I just have to be careful with people, you know, because sometimes the devil sends people, sometimes God does. You know what I mean? So it could be God put her, you know, in my life for me to meet her and help her. You know what I mean? Help her heal, because that's tough. That's what we are here for. We're here to heal. We're here to help people. Don't we all? But it's really just God, right, Juju? Exactly. But I like her so far. She seemed like a sweet woman. I hope she really is, you know. I don't know, but I'm getting ready for this trip for my mom for her birthday. I'm like, oh boy. She's starting already. I was like, I'll put us down for some massages on your birthday. She's like, oh, that's so wonderful. She was so happy. She said, could you add a pedicure? I said, there she goes. She's starting already. I said, okay, Mom, I'll add a pedicure for you. She's starting already, about ready to eat my pockets up. She ain't get me all inclusive. Go on and eat their pockets up. You ain't doing mine. She's starting already talking about a damn pedicure. And you know at the spa what they charge you for a pedicure? $300. You know the spas, they be ripping you off in one of them resorts. I was like, $300 for a massage? Shit, give me some drums. I beat on my own back. Y'all out y'all damn mind. Yeah. They get you on them resorts because they know you on vacation. Yeah. They be getting you. I'm from the hood. I'm gonna be real smart about my money. Yeah, give me some drums. I'll beat on my own back for $300. I'm like, you know what? Just pay it, because sometimes you just, you know, then you still got to tip the, the masseuse. Then they got 50,000% tax, 80% tax fee, out of town fee, U.S. citizen fee, American fee. Damn! Your shit come to $1,200. You like, what the hell? How we go from 300 to 12? The taxes and the fees. Yeah, they get you. Some place got me. Where they got me? I forget what place it was. It wasn't the Bahamas. I forget. They get you when you going back. When you get to the airport, you got to pay a tax fee. You got to get in line. I said, oh, what? I ain't never did that before. I'm trying to think. Was that Anguilla? They get you in the airport. Yeah, it wasn't a lot, but it's still, that money be adding up. You on vacation. You know what I mean? It's just little things they do. Yeah, I'm like, I have never paid that before at no airport. Yeah, it's an American tax fee. I said, yo, are you serious? They want every dollar. Yeah, it's all about money. Money. That's it. Money. American tax fee. I forget what country that was. That was recently, too. I'm trying to think. Was it Anguilla? Because Anguilla was expensive. But you know who was real expensive? That Grenada. Whoo! Man, you gotta have some money to go there. You can't go there broke. Yeah, Grenada. Grenada's expensive. Anguilla was really expensive. And where else? I think that was the most. I think those two are the highest. Grenada definitely is the most. They are expensive. I was like, wow, they tearing us up. Yeah. I'm like, wow, boy. They making we gonna have to, Soul Tribe, we gonna have to come up with we gonna have to start our own resort. If they making money like that, we gonna have to go buy some land and build us up a resort. I saw they was doing that somewhere in Jamaica. They said the Mexican cartel bought that. I said, what? The cab driver told me. He said, you see that hotel right there? That's owned by the Mexican cartel. I said, shit, I won't be staying there. I remember my mom told me this Mexican cartel guy tried to get her when she was younger. My mom said she couldn't do it. She was too scared. She said he was fine. He was a part of the Mexican cartel. Yeah, no. No, I don't care. Nah, I don't care how fine he is. I don't care how much money he got. Woo! I don't care how good looking he is, how long it is. I'm not doing no Mexican cartel, baby. No. Yeah, he wanted my mom bad. I said, how'd you even get in the spot where you were around him? I don't forget how she said she met him. I got to ask her about that. Yeah, he wanted my mom bad. You said they chop you, right? Oh, yeah, I'm not, nah. And the way my exes be acting, nah. Because it seems like everybody I don't want no more, they lose their mind. They lose their mind. So I can't, because it's like, he gonna come for me. Yeah, my mom said he was fine, Mexican guy. All this money, nice car. Yeah, he kept trying to come after my mother. And my mom just was being nice about it. You know, I said, you lucky, because he could have came after your ass for that. And she was nice about it. Yep, and she said he finally left her alone, but she said it took him a long time. He wanted my mom bad, but she wouldn't do it. She's too scared. Especially around them times, too, you know, in the 80s and stuff, people was getting away with it. They was getting away with everything back then. Thank God for CCTV and all this stuff we got now. Because back in the day, they was having a free fall. They was having a free fall back in the day. You can get away with it. But they digging up a lot of cold cases, and they getting people. I saw when they got the man, his old stinking ugly looking ass. They got his old ass, and his ass is going to prison. They got him. Yeah, he unalived a girl from years ago. I'm talking about like 40 years ago. 40 years. He been living on this. How can you walk around? Threw her body to the side like trash. Young teenage girl. Senseless. Senseless. But God always send that one detective, don't he? Ha ha! God always send that one detective that's on their ass. It's always one. That's all it take. That's all it take is one, baby. And they get that file in it, because it takes getting that file in the right hands. And they get that file, and God talks to them, and boom, 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 they solve it. They got his ass. He was all old talking about, no, don't try to do all of that now. Get your old ass up in the car. What? Now you don't remember shit? Fuck out of here. Shake your ass right to the prison. Okay, I don't feel bad for you. Nah. Now you want to try to use your age? You walked around here for 40 years knowing you did that to that young woman like that. You're trash. Yeah. Yeah. Shake your ass right to the car. Go on in there. Right to the prison car. Go on in the back. Go on to the jail and rot and die in prison. Shake your ass there. Believe that? 40 years he got away with that. 40 years. That shit pissed me off. It did. Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable, these people. Good for his ass. Trust me, he didn't have a good life. You know, sometimes God make people live to suffer. You know that, right? Sometimes God makes people be like, and he lived and da-da-da. Because sometimes your punishment is to live and suffer. Because sometimes being unalive, that's the easy way out. Well, we don't know what's on the other side. They gonna, trust me, they got something waiting for them there too. But I'm saying sometimes God want people to suffer. Yeah, you being unalive, that's too easy. I don't want that. No, you live and you suffer. Because sometimes that's worse. Did he get life? Yeah, they threw his ass in there. Shaking all the way through the court case. Yeah. Feel bad for you. Now he got to be all old and stinking and rotten. Now you got to be in prison like that. Yeah. Horrible. All it takes is the right person to get their hands on the case. They cracking a lot of them cases. But that's why I was saying, like, back in the day, they could get away with stuff. They can't do it now. You're going to get caught for sure. But they got away with it. I even saw one about a black guy. I was surprised he was black. I'm not going to lie. He was another one. But guess what he did? He took the coward way out. He took the coward way out. Yeah, it was kind of like a similar story. It was like a young girl, young, pretty white girl. Yeah, she was essayed and unalived for years in some type of way. You know what they did? Because now they got all this stuff now, y'all. They're able to take a piece of the DNA and see, like, who your relatives are. They can track your relatives, and then they can zoom in on, okay, so who was living in this place at this time during this, and boom, that's how they got his ass. Black guy. I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie. Lived his life. He was another one, all old and stinking up looking now. Had a wife and everything. Imagine that. Kids, beautiful life. Imagine that. She was married to an unaliver the whole time. She has no discernment. She has no discernment. She's not tapped into God at all, whoever his wife is. Because you basically, how can you be married to somebody, an unaliver, and you don't feel anything? Yeah, no, she's probably a demon too. Demons like getting in relationships together. Yeah, and they got him. Had a whole family. You believe that? Grandkids. Prestigious. I forget, he had a good title too. Very known in the community. They got his ass, and he knew because they called him about something. They shouldn't have did that. They should have just went there and just arrested him on the spot. But some type of way they had to get him to the... Who's that coming? Hold on. I'm looking to see who that is. I like the cops. All right, let's go. Let me wait right here. Hold on. Let me make sure the cops ain't coming over here. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. You said, let's go home. Yeah, we going home. I'm just making sure. Oh, he leaving too. I'm just making sure. I don't want to be around the cops. You say you're covered, no worries. Oh, I know. I just don't like the popo being around. They make me uncomfortable. Why this man deciding to leave now too? He's suspect. They probably was smoking. Yeah, I just don't like being around them. They have a lot of demons in the cop force too. They do. They got a lot of demons in the cop field. I have Jupiter in my 3rd house, so that protects me when I be driving around. gotta pee really bad. You know, you gotta check where Jupiter is in your birth chart, because Jupiter will show you where you have good luck. Jupiter will show you where you have good luck. Yeah, like you got to check like which house, but for you to be able to check that, you would have to know your time of birth. I know everybody don't know that. You said I'd be on the first thing smoking, not my sis. Aww. I believe that, Goddess. I can see Goddess there, like, Goddess will be the first one. And I'll be there for you too, Goddess. In a heartbeat. Yeah, I love my soul tribe. I was thinking that the other day. I said, you know, I'm happy that I found you guys, you know? I feel like y'all are like the group that I've, you know, always wanted, like since I was younger. Like I remember being like in elementary school, like trying to tell like my female friends, like, let's take up for each other, let's have each other's back, you know, let's, you know, come against like the bullies and stuff like that. And they would be like, you know, they wouldn't want to do it, they would be scared, you know. And I would be like the only one in the group, like, nah, we can take them out, like, not take them out, but like, you know, stand up to them, like, you know, and they wouldn't want to do it. And I'll be like, oh. Yeah, I would be like, oh man, okay. And I was young doing that, like that was like elementary school. So you're talking what? How old was I? Because I specifically remember what grade was that? That had to be, because that's when I met Crystal. That had to be 5th grade. So was I like 10? Here I am trying to like, come on guys, let's come together. Here I am. Nah, but it was just kind of like, you know, just wanting like my group, like, you know what I mean? Like my homies, like, and nobody, you know, and we stand up for each other. Like I didn't feel like I really had no real friends like that. I feel like people was on some fake stuff. Like even when I was younger. That pure heart and pure soul. Yeah, but they would be like, no, like, you know, they was like, because that was Crystal and Simona, they were like nerds, but like they weren't, you know, they was like 2 white girls, and they just wasn't on that. All right, I gotta pee. I love y'all. I gotta go now. Okay, I'm about to go. Who is this man? Oh, that's the one that be smoking. He don't bother nobody. That's the one I told y'all I follow, because I was like, where this man going? He looking like Dexter. Looking like Dexter Morgan. I'm like, nah, I used to sit in the car and I used to see him. He would constantly keep leaving every night. And you know me, I be watching all these true crime stories and stuff. Yeah, so I will always see him like, because that's when I used to sit in the car a lot, like out here. Oh, shit. What the hell? How did that happen? What the hell? I legit had the car in park. How did it do that? How did it jerk like that? What the hell? I love you too. And I was like, I'm going to follow him one night. Because I wanted to see. I'm like, where he going? Like, God forgive me. Yeah, because I was just like, where he going? I'm like, where he be going every night? You know what I mean? And I follow him. And that man was doing nothing. That man was smoking his cigarettes. He go and walk and smoke his cigarettes off the property. I didn't know that. I just kept seeing him at night. Listen, I gotta protect myself, okay? I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure, see what's going on with motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? And you walking, you a white man, and you walking, and you know what I'm saying? You said, I'm scary too in my own home. Right, right. Yeah, for real. I be checking everything every day. I check the closets and all of that. Yeah, I don't play. If you're a female living by yourself, you know, I be watching too many movies and stuff. They be like, he was living under my bed the whole time. I'm like, nah, what? These people are crazy. Yeah, and that maintenance man, when he came, he seemed like, I said, I know he don't think I want him. But he's nice, though. You know what I mean? But he was like, I'm like, you gotta watch these maintenance men. He like, yeah, I'm gonna put in a request for you. Get you a new washer. Get you, let me try to see if I can get you a new AC. I'm like, he doing a lot. I'm like, okay, mister. All right now. But I'm gonna watch his ass. Gotta watch the maintenance people. Who's that? Gotta watch the maintenance man. Yeah, Cause I had him fix my I had him fix a couple things. Cause while he's there, I make his ass work. This little stuff or whatever, but he was really nice. And he changed the filter for the AC. He was cool or whatever. But nah, I'm not interested like that. Nah, that's the second maintenance man that done tried it. But he didn't try, technically. But you know how they be trying, but they don't. The first one, yeah, he did, for sure. But hell no. All right, let me get out of here. I love y'all. I be talking too much. I be telling all y'all all my business. Well, no, I don't tell y'all all my business, but I be giving y'all little stuff. I can't tell you too much because, you know, the haters be watching. You know what I mean? But anyway, I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all later. I'm probably going to do a collective read. If you don't see me tonight, you'll see me tomorrow. Let me see how I feel when I get upstairs. I might do a collective. I feel like I have a personal reading to do. I think I have a personal reading. I know I have to do one tomorrow for sure. I think I have a person. I don't know. No, we'll figure it out. All right. I love you guys. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. Sleep tight. You said you do. You said it at the beginning. Yeah, I think I definitely do. I have to check. All right. Love you guys. I'm going to see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out.